Welcome to This Startup is Being Recorded. This recording is improvised fiction. Similarities between it and the real world are entirely intentional. Now, enjoy the recording.
Okay, recording is on. So I'm glad you all were able to make the time today because we just have a few updates on how South by Southwest is going. John did give the speech earlier today as part of, obviously he was on the, climate change and tech panel, which was interesting. So I have some updates there.
Okay. Yeah, I tried to tune in, but their live stream wasn't working for that room for whatever reason.
Yeah, no, I got a transcript, so I have a hard time, I think, deciphering some of the tone he was using.
Yeah. I keep telling him, like, when he practices these things, he's like totally legible. And then on the day, he talks like the Micro Machines guy. Like, he's just so fast.
Yeah.
He definitely, we've had him in media training so many times to the point that our media trainer quit. And it's just like, he is perfect in prep sessions. And then he gets up there and it is like, vroom, vroom. Indy 500 just his words just keep going and going and going.
Oh, before we get too into it, I know like a lot has been happening at South by Southwest, but we may have new employees watching this. So let's just quickly intro ourselves and, obviously they'll know what they're listening to. It's a recording of our meetings. But I'm Kate Banchette, Chief of Staff here at SIT. We are a couch marketplace about to hit our Series A, are getting some great press this week. Getting press this week at South by Southwest.
Yeah, I'll go next. Khaled. I am the Chief Creative Czar here at SIT.
All right, I'll go. I'm matt.yachts. That's also my website. And I am the CTO here at SIT.
And I am Eric Joy Carter, Chief Product Officer here at SIT. And just to go back to the conversation, I think it's my fault, actually, that John hasn't been improving on this. We've been using his voice as a test case because it's so fast for our Alexa and Google Home integrations for ordering. So we can go find somebody who speaks as quickly. We'll go look on like TaskRabbit or Fiverr. Maybe that will incentivize him to stop speaking so fast.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good idea. Let me just real quick forward you all this transcript that I got so we can kind of scan through it together.
Sounds good.
There's a few things that he committed us to.
Great. Hang on. He promised my team that other than this bespoke VR experience that we were building for South by Southwest in a week, I will add.
Yeah,
he wasn't going to sign us. Sorry. Okay. I'm just going to scroll through this. I thought there were going to be no surprises here.
Right.
Yeah. Right. I'm taking a look at it now and I approved all of the copy and there is almost none of it here.
Where is this transcribed? Is it possible this is just garbage? Is this an accurate transcript?
I think we just need to accept the fact that John says things like this. For instance,
I don't think it's. I think this is exactly the case. I've been seeing clips on Instagram stories, parts of the speech. So I think, unfortunately, we're dealing with the real deal.
Yeah, all of this sounds like John. Okay,
How?
He doesn't get that activated carbon, like charcoal filters are not carbon credits, John.
Oh no.
Sorry, I'm looking at the
I see it.
Yeah. He's referring to our in beta, they're not even announced, our charcoal odor absorbent cushions, as if they can absorb CO2.
Who even taught him the word carbon sequestration?
I don't know. Is that even...
He must have heard it from somebody else on the panel. This is exactly the kind of stuff that he does. He got himself riled up, and he was supposed to speak first, and he didn't. I bet.
No,
I bet he showed up late.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no.
Yep.
Steve and Josh is before him. And I think
Who's
we found
that?
our problem here. If he runs Rewap, and which is that, other big new tech darling that came out around the same time as we did. They kind of have like a frenemy relationship.
Oh, yeah.
John tends to get super hyper competitive when he's in the room.
Yeah, so
just
sorry, you
don't-
guys. I didn't read the list of other panelists. I would have raised a flag on this.
No, I didn't. He must have been a last minute addition because I would have caught that. I mean, this
Yeah.
is because things like this happen and they're really bad for our brand. I mean, we
Yeah.
can't do half of the things that he
Okay,
just said we were
hang
doing.
on. I'm reading more about the carbon sequestration. He's selling carbon credits
What?
off of
What?
our couches.
What?
He's
Selling
promised,
them?
yeah, he's promised to open up in a B2B fashion for manufacturing companies. Oh man, who need to
Full
reach
marketplace?
carbon neutral
Wait. How?
using the carbon sequestration power of our odor absorbent couches. Oh, wow.
Can you even do that? Can you store carbon in
No.
cushions?
No, you can't. You definitely can't. I mean, we don't sequester carbon. Like
We
our
use it.
couches
I mean,
don't. And like,
Yeah.
I mean, those credits, those are things for like planting trees and kelp
Yeah.
forests,
yeah, the goal with carbon credits is, I mean, look, let's be real. A lot of that market is a scam.
Sure.
There-
Oh, 100%.
There are companies that pledge to not cut down trees that already were never going to get cut down. There are places that promise not to, burn coal that they already aren't going to get out of the ground.
Mm-hmm.
But in our case, this is tough. I mean, this activated charcoal stuff, it contains a lot of carbon that has been sequestered into a cushion that fits inside of our zip closed covers. But it's not going to pull any more carbon out of the atmosphere.
I mean, this doesn't make any sense too, because we're actively cutting down trees, to go after the pure wood couches that he thinks are going to just take off this year.
Wait, okay, are we doing that? I thought we were still outsourcing our lumber. We're getting into
No.
lumber?
We're getting into lumber, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, prices are just high right now for really everything, and you
that's
can
true.
hire people on the cheap who can be trained to cut down trees. I mean, not super safely, but
Yeah.
they can do it.
We had some regulatory changes in Iowa that made that process a lot easier to accelerate.
It's true. They have very little employee safety standards there, so
And I'm guessing lumber. They must have forests.
yeah,
Good old
Yeah.
Iowan lumber.
yeah, they're old growth
Mhm.
forests.
Yeah.
So about as awful as
Oh,
logging could be.
yeah. Yeah, it's sort of like the Trump era policies like made some like national land areas available for logging, so that's
Yeah.
kind of where we've targeted.
Yeah, I don't know if you remember, I was gone last week to go sit up in a tree with an activist who's been living there for the
Right.
past month.
I think we've almost reached a deal with her though. She's close to coming down.
I think so. I mean, it's
Not if she see all this speech.
yeah,
That's fair.
yeah, that's true. I mean, we're not between the ambergris and the logging. I mean, we are not the friends of environmentalists, and maybe John thought that this would put us in their good graces, but this is just even worse.
wow.
He
Oh,
also
no.
pledges that
Oh,
all of our workforce can work from home at least 50% of the time, which
Including
at
our
least half of
drivers.
our workforce are drivers. I don't know.
Yeah.
Wait, what does he say? Oh God, wait, no, he's saying that they'll be able to control the cars from their home as if they're in a video game.
That's just what the VR experience was supposed to be for. You're controlling your avatar to sit on one of our couches. It's not designed for that.
Yeah, hang on. He used a demo from our VR experience. That's just a bunch of couches. Oh no.
I mean,
Matt, is that possible?
Also the fact that he's showing this as if it's something that our drivers are really doing. I mean, that VR experience was supposed to be a crazy taxi-esque game, and this is very not safe in the ways that they're driving.
Yeah, look, I mean, what my team built is a completely virtual experience, okay, that's meant to be enjoyed in a purely imaginary space.
Right.
I and my team have not been retrofitting any vehicles with the equipment necessary to do this. So if it is happening, like it's a Skunkworks project, it's somebody else inside of SIT.
No. I mean, most of our vehicles are still those like 90s era vans, And I get the sense that those don't really have self-driving capabilities or.
I mean, any car could, in theory, be retrofitted.
Sure.
But, I mean, I haven't gotten oh, there it is. Okay, I just got
what?
A very clearly hastily typed out email.
Oh, no.
John dictated from his phone, asking what it would take to retrofit all of our vans to be remote drivable. Oh, good.
Well, okay, so let's play this out. Even if our delivery drivers could remote drive our vans, they still have to unload the couches.
Yeah.
And load them. They do loading as well. Wait.
Right. Yeah, John thought of that. He asked, and can you make sure that each one of them has a robotic forklift installed as well? Which still does not actually solve the problem. John,
yeah, I mean, our delivery drivers carry the couch in the house. It's our, no back problem guarantee.
Oh, sorry. Quick reply. He's just now sending me pictures of bomb disposal robots and asking me how much I think they can lift. What?
Okay, and listen, we did that test last year where we had some of our drivers dress up as robots to see if people would even accept a robot delivering their couches, and it went very poorly.
Horrible.
Yeah, it was not good.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna remind him of that.
Good call.
I'll start constructing this email.
The world is not ready.
Find that, and I mean, I'm also. Let me know, y'all, if this is a bad idea. I'm just gonna remind him, like, this didn't work out for any company so far. Like, Uber has shut down their self-driving car division. Like, whatever flex he's trying to do. Actually, you know what? I think
that'll make him competitive.
Yeah,
He'll say
right.
We can do better than Uber.
I think what I'm going to do is, Kate, could I get you to estimate what it would cost to just hire twice as many drivers on a temporary basis?
Sure.
So if we have 50% more if we have 100% more drivers,
right,
and each of them is working from home half the time, then we have just as many drivers loaders on the road, and we're just paying the rest of them to sit at home.
I mean, our budget for drivers is like almost $1 million a quarter.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to tell you the budget that he just gave me for this project. But suffice to say, I think it's going to be a lot cheaper to just hire twice as many drivers than it will be to try and outfit all of our cars to be remote drivable. And I think that's going to tip him over when he realizes that it's like 10 times cheaper.
Wow.
We'll do it. It'll be bad, and then the news cycle will pass, and people will forget, and this will just be like another little startup boondoggle that happened.
Yeah. We should talk about some of the other things that have been happening at South by Southwest. Obviously, we donated a lot of couches to different booths, try to get some kind of company partnerships going, as well as we had like the couch display. that was included in the VR display. And yeah, I don't know if y'all have seen any videos, but
It's not good.
No, I got some messages from the dev team for the folks that went to install the VR stuff, but mostly they were just pictures from like kind of sad looking rave parties with open bars.
Yeah.
So
Well, speaking of, we tried to integrate the VR experience with physical couches that were on stage, and there was a misalignment. So the couch was appearing in VR a few feet to the side. And so DJ Khaled tried to sit down on the couch, but he sat on his own turntable, and he like has a pretty serious femoral artery, injury. Like
he almost bled out.
He almost bled out. Like he had to go to the stage, and of course, he did his signature on another one and sat back down again, which exacerbated the injury. So,
wow,
we haven't
what
got
an entertainer that he came back.
It's not a good look.
It is, yeah, it has been trending on pretty much every hashtag related to our company. I've been on the phone with DJ Khaled's people. I mean, right up to this meeting, honestly, trying to figure out something that we can do to, apologize publicly. And he wants a lot. I mean, he lost a lot of blood. The negotiation started at a literal pound of flesh. And
like he wants someone else's flesh?
Yes.
What would a cadaver be okay? Or like a live human's flesh?
Listen, I'm not planning on making anybody get a pound of flesh, okay? Like I understand mistakes happen. Nobody should have to, cut off any part of their body for that. We're going to negotiate. We were very clear that we were not okay, doing an eye for an eye kind of approach.
Oh my.
But we were willing to really do anything other than personal body parts and fluids to make it up for him. So
I would also like our insurance people and our legal people. I've got every piece of documentation about designing this experience. Okay, we did it on a crunch, and it was the potential for error was there, but we cannot let the event organizers off the hook for this, because it looks like in order to accommodate an extra row of porta potties, they moved a set of stairs and a big chunk of the stage by exactly 3 feet. Which would, of course, throw off. News. Yeah, of course, it's going to throw off all of our VR sensing. And unless if they had sent us those specs, we absolutely could have built that in. Or if they had been in touch with our engineers, we could have adapted for it at installation time.
Yeah, I mean, we can avoid the financial penalty, but the brand impact.
Yeah, no.
Sit down bad. For what is not a good look for us.
Yeah, it's
such a
not
good
really
theme
good
for us, though. Sit.
It was. I mean, that's the problem, right? I mean, it could have happened to anyone, but to happen to DJ Khaled, who's somebody that we put a lot of money and time into really cultivating that relationship with him and his fans. I mean, the kind of backlash that we're getting, it's not just normal, we almost killed a celebrity, but we were a beloved member of the Khaled community, and there's just this deep sense of betrayal. So I'm not sure what we're going to be able to do to make up with that, but I think it's pretty important that we really try to make it up to the Khaleds.
Yeah. Do you think he would accept blood?
I don't know. To be honest,
yeah. This is something that I recommend everyone do, but just once a month, take some of your blood, freeze it. It'll last for at least 18 months. So if you ever do need more blood, like let's say you have an accident at your house, you can bring your own blood with you to the emergency room. And it's great because it's sort of like donating blood to yourself. So I do have some.
Why would you do that, Kate? Why? what possibly
No, I see what
could
you mean. It's no
possess you to do
compatibility
that?
problems. There's no rejection.
Yeah.
It's an exact type match. There's no lookups to do.
And it's easy because you can take your own blood while watching Netflix at home. You don't have to worry about the Red Cross's hours,
Pick your own snacks.
Yeah, exactly. So
Um,
anyway, I'm a type O. I don't know if that would work with Khaled, but
Oh yeah, that's a
I
universal
mean,
donor.
I can approach him about an offer of blood, and see, it could be a good thing for us. We could, do a really public exchange of the blood and maybe tie in the American Red Cross and do a blood drive at the same time, show some sort of social impact there. Um, yeah,
yeah.
I'll check in about the blood thing.
Okay, cool. But I would have to deliver it to him frozen because if you want to defrost it, it kind of you need to run it through special machines, otherwise it coagulates in ways that like really are not what you want.
Oh
So
yeah.
it'd have to be
I
like I can bring a freezer. I'm solving my own
I
problems.
I think the blood exchange is mostly symbolic.
Sure.
So
Cool.
I'm not sure he's gonna need to use it. You know.
Oh, I just think it's important that blood gets used. That's just
It seems like a waste to let it.
Well, I mean, if he keeps it and freezes it, he could use it in the future. He doesn't have an immediate need to use it.
exactly, or maybe the Red Cross wants it.
Sure.
That
Yeah,
would be
I can
nice. Yeah, a
check
donation
in
in
about the
kind.
Red Cross. I mean, honestly, too, Kate, if we didn't really want to sneak into your blood stash that you seem to have worked really hard on, I mean, we could all just give blood to the Red Cross. There could be that, our blood
Ooh,
bags could just be given to DJ Khalid, for a moment, for a photo op,
Yeah.
with him holding
okay.
it and us with, with like the needle. So you can kind of see that exchange. And then we donate it to the Red Cross. And that way we're not wasting anybody's blood and
Nice.
we're doing a good thing.
Awesome. Okay, that would make my primary care physician happy because she feels like I'm giving myself too much blood already. Anyway, so that was the DJ Khaled couch fiasco.
Gosh.
Obviously we've had some issues with the other couches that we've donated to other startups and the booths. I guess there was a perception from a lot of them that we would be giving them a couch in the metaverse. And so they weren't prepared
Oh.
for an actual couch. So there's frankly just like couches in the hallways and kind of like scattered throughout the whole exhibition hall.
That seems kind of nice. I mean, I remember when South by Southwest was like just kind of chill, It's gotten so corporate and so the startup bro-y. Seems nice to
Yeah.
just have like places to sit and lounge.
Yeah. I mean, I honestly think that this is a benefit. We've definitely seen a lot of people on social media posting from the couches. We
It's
have
true.
gotten a request from the organizers to remove some of them because there have been some rather loud nappers during sessions. It's become a prime nap spot for a lot of people. As you know, you're just partying hard. And there's just been a couple of incidences of like really loud snoring
Right.
that they're trying to rectify and would like our help with.
Yeah. I mean, and there's also the guy who like napped for almost 18 hours. And so they weren't actually sure if he was still alive or not. That was a bit of a problem.
Yeah, let's just say Wednesday of South by Southwest was not our best news cycle between Riff Van Winkle, as they call him, and DJ Khalid. It definitely looked like our couches were killing people. But
Right.
I'm hoping, with both of those systems rectified, that we can get back on track with like a much better brand narrative. Or at least I thought that until John gave his speech this morning, and
Yeah.
I think we've completely lost the strands of what story we're telling at this event.
That's not that different from every other, presenter and exhibitor at South by Southwest this year, if I'm being honest.
It's fair.
Unlike most of them were there with a physical product. We've shown that we have
It's
a supply
true.
chain. we can get things done in the real world using hard currency. I mean, I hate to laugh too much at the crypto bros, but
come on.
No, I don't hate that at all, actually. I think even with all of this, like it's a win. Like Sid really showed up at South by Southwest this year. And,
I would agree. I mean, we had a physical product that showed up, so that was really great. Accessibility, even non-participants have been able to really appreciate our couches because they are just strewn about everywhere throughout the city of Austin. And we didn't fall on our face like Corona with their free beer tent that turned out to just all be an augmented reality experience.
Oh.
Okay. Did anyone else hear any updates about our couches or things at South by Southwest?
I have a brief update. So our VR experience, the crazy taxi style couch delivery and sitting, is running fine. All of the interactive elements we probably over provisioned the number of servers we'll need. So everything's going smoothly there. I think the issue is our location within all of the exhibit halls, the VR experiences, the AR experiences. People are all motion sick by the time they get to us. So not a lot of people are playing. They're just like taking the time to chill out and sit on the couches in our space. I think, it was a huge waste of development resources and time that we could have been better spending elsewhere. But, conversely, they've thrown up by the time they get to us. So it's going to save on couch cleanup and it gives people a safe space.
Yeah, I actually think this is a really great lesson learned for us about the user experience at South by Southwest. I think maybe our role next year, instead of having a VR experience, is to have a actual personal like couch relax space and have some branded vomit bags.
Yeah, combine that with the odor absorbing seat cushions. Yeah, and you've really got a respite in the middle of this kind of chaotic sensory overload. It will give you a real reality experience.
Yeah, and I'm thinking vomit bags are great, but like if we wanted to make that vomit experience better, I mean, we could think about, ways that like maybe toilets are your typical way, but maybe there's some new innovation on a more pleasant vomit experience. And it could really show how, our brand is making everything comfortable, Like Sit's brand is really bringing comfort to the digital space.
Yeah. Could we make it a compost add-on to the couch?
Oh, I love that.
Could we sell carbon credits if we compost? Is that enough?
It's better than what we're saying.
Yeah, I mean, it's actually a green alternative.
Right. And
does the compost smell like terrible?
Not as bad as vomit.
It depends on the compost.
Yeah.
But again, with our filters.
Exactly. We could do our filters, putting in some cedar chips help.
Oh.
Cedar chips. Okay. Some of the forests are cutting down our cedar.
Oh.
And we also have all of that old scent from our, last brand that we haven't donated yet. So we could definitely, pour that liberally.
Okay. Well, this is great. We've got a plan for next year. A lot of the issues we've identified that have happened this year. And there's only like 1 day left of South by Southwest. So fingers crossed, not that much more.
John's not speaking again, is he?
Yeah, he's giving a 5-minute Ignite style presentation on, again, I've seen the slides. It's only 5 minutes, but I don't know. He seems really amped up in this tech talks.
Do y'all remember MetaMarket started as one of those?
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, it was one of his South by Lightning talks. I mean, there were, to be fair, there were a lot of ideas that he threw out in there, and I'm sure
he talks fast.
Yeah, without like a slow down playback of the tape, there's probably a lot that was missed in there. That's the first time I remember hearing him pitch the seat at the table for everybody.
That's right.
Yeah, it was great. It was like right in between a soccer league that's made entirely of llamas and a new AIM chat that's just for robots talking to other robots.
Oh, yeah. I wonder whatever happened.
Well, isn't that still on our roadmap, Eric?
It is. It keeps getting pushed back a year at a time, though, and that's not by accident.
Okay, excellent. Well, I think we can wrap. Thank you all, and don't forget, we do have all hands tomorrow. And I guess we should probably adjust some of our annual goals based on John's speech.
I'll do some social monitoring and see, how much people have picked up on what he said, just to get a sense of like how beholden we're going to have to be to that.
Great. Yeah, let's hope they missed a lot of it because of the fast talking part.
I mean, this might be a great thing about DJ Khalid is that honestly, we got a lot of attention in the news cycle on Wednesday that maybe they've missed this.
That's true.
Have y'all seen, by the way, the iTunes chart numbers for Sit Down for What?
Yeah.
No.
It's blowing up.
It's everywhere. There are some pretty choice remixes going around TikTok as well, using the obviously tragic, but the footage. Yeah. I don't, maybe he's angry with us now, but this is doing numbers.
That's true.
Yeah, it's true. This could be our Oreo moment,
Reminds me I haven't had lunch today.
Yeah.
Okay, everyone go eat. And sit. All right, I'll stop recording.
This meeting has ended. To subscribe to This Startup is Being Recorded, go to the podcast player of your choice and tap a button that likely says subscribe. More content is on Twitter @StartupRecorded, or shoot us an email with ideas, feedback, or your personal startup horror story at hello@startuprecorded.com. Kate is played by Valerie Garrison. Valerie is a health tech product manager and regularly plays with the improv troupe Letters to Chicken online. You can find her on Twitter @TheValGarris. Eric is played by Barry Wright. Barry is a product manager at Spotify and a co-founder of Highwire Improv. Find him by his name on LinkedIn, where he holds regular office hours, or at highwireimprov.com. Matt is played by Marty McGuire. Marty is a senior web engineer and improviser in New York City. You can find Marty's comedy, code, and cats on his website at mmg.re. Thea is played by Robin Stegman. Robin is a digital campaign manager for Ocean Conservancy and is a comedian mostly found at Highwire Improv. You can find her on all the social medias, and she does mean all, at @rstegi. Thank you for listening.